Hi, welcome to the Hartford Nationals presented by Move United. My name is Jacob Tyree. I am the training coordinator for Move United and will be the on-site lead for wheelchair tennis. We have our tournament director, Evan Inquist, who is the USTA national manager for wheelchair tennis. He will be on site as well. And I wanted to run through a little bit of the details for the sport for athletes, coaches, officials, or anybody who even just wants to pop by and say hello and learn a little bit more about wheelchair tennis and what we're going to be offering in the on-site as well as in years future. So first thing is location. Where do you need to go? We will be playing at the Hoover Met Complex, where most of the events are going to be played. There will be practice courts starting at 8:30 a.m. each day, and we will have one court set aside throughout the entirety of the tournament for players to warm up before their matches, as well as hop in and get a little bit extra hitting practice. The match schedule. So we have the juniors and the adults separated into two different categories. And the junior matches will begin as early as 9 a.m. each day. So we can hopefully start early to try and beat some of the heat. And those will be played on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday mornings and afternoon blocks with a lunch and a heat break in between. We will be monitoring heat throughout the day, just like any of the other sports that we're offering. But that is the current schedule for juniors. And then for the adults to work with your schedule to still work your 9 to 5 jobs typically and allow for as much flexibility for you all to get on site. We have decided to be playing our matches starting at 5 p.m. each day on Wednesday and Thursday evenings. So there will not be anything for adults during the actual mornings or afternoons. Those will only start at 5 p.m. Please check in with the tournament desk at the Hoover Met Complex 30 minutes prior to the start of your match. Once we have all of our entries and registration, which will be finishing today, June 28th, we will be sending out a link to each of you all on what the draw is, so you can get an idea of who you're going to be matched up against, some of the ideas of the game time, match times they'll be playing, and we will be doing a round robin tournament to give more flexibility for multi-sport athletes. As again, like I said earlier, this is the first year that we've added wheelchair tennis to the national competition series. So we're trying to get more athletes that are already involved in our other sports the opportunity to still compete in wheelchair tennis. On top of the actual match play, if you're already registered for the tournament, we do have the clinics as well. So the format for the clinics for wheelchair tennis are going to be the juniors are going to be on Thursday from 10:30 a.m. to noon, where we already have 21 registered as of last night. And then the adults, again, it's going to be a later time slot to allow for work schedules, is going to be on Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. And we already have 10 registered as well for that. Even if you're not registered for the clinics and you're on site and you want to swing by, feel free to do so. And if it doesn't work with your schedule and you have other events that are happening during those time slots, that's perfectly fine. Swing by the tournament check-in desk, talk to myself, Evan, or any of the on-site leads. We will have other courts available. So if we need to, work with you more one-on-one alongside, you can watch the matches. We'll be kind of giving you some feedback on the rules of wheelchair tennis, how it's played as compared to able-bodied tennis. What are the rules? How does USTA partner with Move United in our greater collaboration to gain more access to the sport? So feel free to come by to our clinics. Those are just the exact time slots of what we're setting aside to have as much on-staff site resources allocated to hosting the clinics. So like I said, there will be a round robin tournament. So kind of the rules and what we're going to be enforcing at nationals are the first match of the day. Players are allowed a 10-minute match warm-up with their opponent. We'll then go into the second and third match of the day where players will be allowed a 5-minute match warm-up because you'll already have had some other warm-up matches prior. And then the final match formats will be determined once we have our registration complete to determine really how many matches we'll be able to fit in and get as many people as much playing time as possible. So last little bit is what do you need to bring? So on-site, players will need to bring their own adaptive sports chairs. So if they have an all-court chair or if they have a tennis-specific sports chair, please bring that on site. If you have your own tennis racket, please bring that as well. There will be some rackets available for checkout. That just needs to be communicated to us prior. And on that email, when we reach out to you about the draws, please feel free to respond to us and let us know that any of your equipment needs that you might be interested in doing. Also, please bring sunscreen. I'm sure all of the other sports are telling you to do this as well. It's hot. It's Alabama. You're going to be out in the sun unless you're inside swimming, which we will all be very blessed to be cooling off in a pool afterwards. But please bring sunscreen. We'll be reminding you to drink plenty of water, Gatorade, stay hydrated, and we will have on-site medical people at the tennis courts as well as other venues around the area. So feel free to reach out to me. Again, my name is Jacob Tyree or Evan Inquist as the tournament director, and we look forward to seeing you on site. Take care.